Second quarter about ready to commence here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Todd Bell, Justin Zwick with you here. 7-0. Kirtland with the lead after 1 quarter of play. And Justin, they have the total offense advantage right now, 110-50. They scored on a 66-yard drive to start the game. And they're on the move here again. They'll have it at the Coldwater 26-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 when we resume action.
Yeah, we knew coming in this game they were going to come in and run the ball. I mean, it was no secret to anybody. And they just do it well. And the offensive line plays their role. They get who they're supposed to get on that defensive line, and these running backs, you pound. Then you have Damon Washington running around the end, shaking people on the outside on option plays. I mean, they got a little bit of everything.
Right now, again, waiting for our timeout. Game's televised on Sports Time Ohio. Michael Regai and Greg Fry got the call here on this Division 5 state championship game. Coming up at 3 o'clock here on the OHSAA radio network, Randy Reinhardt and AJ Trapasso will have the call of the Division 3 state championship game over at Fawcett Stadium in Massillon. It'll be Cardinal Mooney at 10-3 taking on Shawnee at 14-0. And Cardinal Mooney, yet again, back in the state championship. Boy, you say Cardinal Mooney, you see Coldwater, and all I do is just go back to that Saturday afternoon into the evening here in that state championship game in Division 4 that Coldwater, that miracle come from behind and winning it here. I mean, that was one of the most amazing games I'd ever been a part of.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what happened with that game. It was just, I was calling that game as well, and it was just something special. Yeah. Coldwater never gave up in that game, and that's not in their program. We'll see that today, I'm sure.
Here's Eilerman on an option. He's going to keep 20 down to the 15-yard line, and he's wrapped up right there. Josh Huber comes up and makes the tackle. A play that could have been busted right at the line of scrimmage. Eilerman, a good job of keeping his feet.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of just getting past that traffic at the line of scrimmage, getting out. Probably could have pitched that ball, but the safer play was just tuck it, pick up the first down, and put yourself in a situation for 1st and 10 inside the 15.
A little bit longer pitch than he probably would have made, and with the offhand too.
Yep.
So
it would have been a dangerous. I mean, it was open, but smart play, just tucking it. You're getting some good yards.
Stack eye, 1st down, 15-yard line. Kirtland leading 7-0. It'll be Hauber, right tackle, gaining about 3 on the play here for the Hornets as they go right to left here in this second quarter of action. A game that got off to a rough start. We had a kickoff out of bounds. We had a timeout before the first play. We've already had 3 timeouts used in this game as we're barely a minute into our second quarter. And Kirtland now will have 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Yeah, they run that up the middle, and it just looks like a big pile of people, and all of a sudden it's 2nd and 7. He's getting 3-4 yards. Coldwater's defense has got to get that to where he's getting 1 to 2 yards. Just kind of push them back a little bit. It's going to be a tough day.
Eilerman, option left, keeps. Whoa, this time he is met by Mestamaker right at the 10-yard line. I don't think Eilerman ever saw him. Yeah. He was cutting it up into that hole. And
if he would have seen him, he'd have pitched that ball. Anytime you see a safety coming downhill on you, you do not want that. You pitch that ball away and let your tailback take the punishment. But, again, being a smart play, at the time he got to the point where he would have pitched, he was probably getting hit about that same time. So just tuck it and take the punishment.
Did pick up a couple. 3rd down and 5 at the 10. Stack eye, 2 tight ends. Brett Traeger and Finkler are the tight ends. Eilerman turns to his right, hands to Washington, trying to bounce it to the outside, trying to get to the corner, and Seafrig says, I don't think so. Tackles him at the 8-yard line, 3 yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down, and Coach Laverty sending the special units out onto the field. Big stop by Seafrig.
Yeah, Caleb Seafrig getting a little revenge. He got shook on one of the plays just at the end of the first quarter, making a huge stop right there. Washington trying to bounce it out to the outside, use his speed to get to the pylon or pick up the 1st down. Caleb Seafrig doing a good job of staying home and making a big play to force a kick on 4th down.
Ball on the right hash mark. It'll be a 25-yard attempt, and it goes through the holder's hands and rolls all the way back near the 40-yard line. Lyon will pick it up. He will now roll to his right. He'll throw it deep downfield. It'll be batted down at the 10-yard line, an incomplete pass, and Coldwater gets a stop and will get the football back. That went right through the hands of Kyle Torek, a senior who does the holding. Snap was a little high. Couldn't pull it down.
A little high, and I mean,
Did it look like he was ready for it too? Maybe it came a smidge early. I don't know.
Maybe a little smidge early and caught him off guard, being a little bit high. But I mean, that makes that play by Caleb Seifring even better, or even more important. You stop him. Anything can happen when special teams comes on the field. And right there, we see it. Actually, kicker doing a good job of picking the ball up and getting around and getting a pass, so they get the ball, back here instead of sacking him at the 40-yard line.
Yep. So they will have it at the 8. First down. Coldwater left to right. Second possession of the game. 9:27 to play second quarter. They trail 7-0. Quarterback Austin Bruns standing at his own 3 will take a shotgun snap and quarterback draw into the hole to the 10, to the 11-yard line, and slowed down right there. Neil Rebelli will be on the top of the pile for Kirtland. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 for Bruns here on first down.
I think Coldwater just needs to stick to the game plan here. And, they moved the ball in that last drive, just got held up around the 25, 30-yard line. Just go right back to it. Wide receiver screens, run the quarterback draw like they just did. Just get their guys going. They're still playing off a little bit as far as the secondary goes, so you have those 5-yard hitches and quick passes to get the ball moving.
Second down. They actually spotted the ball near the 12, so we got 4. Bruns, empty backfield, will look to throw. Pressured, rolling to his right now. Head up downfield, got a wide open man, throws, and caught by Huber. Got by 2 defenders, and it's a foot race down the sideline, and he's tripped out of bounds at the Kirtland 48-yard line. Great awareness by Bruns to find Mestemaker in a big play.
That was a broken play right there. He had Alex Stamen open early on a nice little slant at the top of the field. Decided not to go that way. Does a good job of staying alive, fighting off a defender, and finding Aaron Mestemaker. Downfield, goes up, makes a great catch in traffic, keeps on his feet. Huge play going from the 12-yard line to the plus 47.
Yep.
That's a big momentum shifter right there.
4th catch of the first half for Aaron Mestemaker. And they've got it in Kirtland territory. They'll bring Huber in motion into the backfield. The ball is fumbled on the shotgun snap. Kirtland initially says they have it, but we'll wait for them to unpile. And it looks as though Coldwater has retained possession. They were bringing Huber in motion in the backfield. The ball came back. Next thing I knew, it was on the carpet.
Yeah, it almost looked like he needed it out of his own hands going to make that handoff. It was interesting. I like the formation Coldwater's in there. The defense was actually leaving the widest receiver wide open. Wasn't guarding him. I wonder if the coaches at Coldwater caught on to that and said, hey, let's go back and throw a quick now route to Josh Huber on the outside. The same thing here. They're playing really inside as far as the defensive coverage goes.
And Coldwater is going to burn a timeout. 7:53 to play here in the first half. Kirtland on top by a score of 7-0. Sports Time Ohio is your television home for the OHSAA Championships. Visit stohd.com for a complete programming schedule. Sports Time Ohio, fans for life. Second possession of the game for Coldwater. Mentioned Mestemaker a moment ago. He's got 4 catches for 67 yards now. That was a 41-yard pickup a couple of moments ago. And again, an offense that is short pass, but they can hit kind of a big one. That one, as you mentioned before, was more of a broken type
broken
scenario.
Play. The smart receivers knowing I got a quarterback running to his right. I got to start going that way towards the sideline. There's an opening, and Bruns did a good job of finding him downfield. He's a big receiver, 6'2", and go up and make a play for him.
Chip Otten in his second year directing the Cavaliers. John Reed, their fallen coach from a couple of years ago, who passed away a couple of summers ago to throat cancer, esophageal cancer. Certainly missed in the Coldwater community, not so much even on the football field, but what he meant to that community as a whole. And I remember the emotions were unbelievable as they made a state championship run in his final year as head coach. Was going to start the treatments for the cancer when the season ended, and the season just wouldn't end. They got all the way to the state championship game before bowing out to Ursuline in that title game, and then in that summer, Coach Reed passed away. Chip Otten took over the program, and we were talking here prior to the game. You wondered how they would react and how they would do. Well, 2 years since, 2 more state championship appearances, and as you so eloquently put, Coach Reed left them in a very good position.
Exactly. He had that program off and running, and that community was behind the program and school, and nothing changed as far as that goes. And It's just a great little community.
Many of the same traditions Coach Reed brought to this program before the game, the way they practice, line up, stretch, all still in place. Back to action, 2nd down and 11. They roll Bruns out. Seifering's got the catch and knocked out of bounds over on the Coldwater sideline at the 41-yard line. Nice little roll and throw. Sam Kirkura makes the tackle out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd down and about 4.5 coming up.
Yeah, that was a heck of a ball. Austin Bruns, a little roll to his left. Jake Finkler got in right away as he was letting go of the ball. Finkler's hitting him. It almost would have been a sack, doing a good job. You got to do that as a quarterback. Take that hit while you're throwing the ball, and he hung in there and delivered a great ball.
Austin Bruns, 6'4", 205, so he can certainly on the run see over a lot of defensive players. Big 3rd down coming up here. They'll need to get to the Kirtland 37. They go to a tighter formation. They go to a wildcat type run. This is Jordan Chapin trying to get to the corner, and he's going to be down just shy of the 1st down, in between the 37 and the 38. And this will bring up 4th down, and this is a go-for-it situation, 4th and less than a yard.
Yeah, almost like a little wildcat formation right there, letting Jordan Chapin go in the back or go in the backfield and take the direct snap. I don't know if I like Austin Bruns being a lead blocker on that play, but he gets out there and does his job, and they get to a 4th and 1, maybe 1.5 situation. Going to go for it here on the plus side of the field. Why not? See if they can pick up a yard.
So again, go to a tight formation. They'll have Bruns at quarterback. They will bring in an extra lineman as a fullback, a blocking back, and Chapin will be the I-back. 4th and less than a yard. Bruns, Chapin into the hole, lean forward, second effort's going to get him the 1st down. He didn't have it when he got hit, but he did when he fell down.
Yeah, that second effort right there is what's going to get them this 1st down. Doing a good job of following his blocker. They put an offensive lineman in there. Jordan Harlemert doing a good job opening it up a little bit, but that defense is always going to go low. They're going to go after your feet, try and stop you from moving forward. Originally did that. Second effort gets the 1st down, I think.
They are going to, as a courtesy, bring the chains out. I don't like the spot.
Yeah, and that's another thing. On a lot of these short yardage plays, when it's close, it's all about the spot.
Am I 0 for 2?
No. Wow.
He didn't get it. My mistake. I thought for sure he had it.
I thought he did too. And they're getting it. That's how important the spot of the ball can be. One of those umpires coming from the side of the field. It's inches. I mean, that's how close it can be. It's a game of inches. That's what they say, right?
That's absolutely right. And Kirtland holds. So they will get the football back at their own 37-yard line. Well, you watch game after game, and the spot ultimately becomes so important, where they end up putting that football down, and it couldn't have been more than an inch or two.
Yeah, I mean, in the upper leagues, you have those challenges that you can use.
Right.
A lot of them are for the spot of the ball, because they want to reverse it, and a lot of them are overturn that.
Double wing look. They'll bring Washington in motion, fake it to him, give it to Hauber straight up the middle, and a short gain, maybe 2 on the play. Jordan Harlemert on the bottom of the pile, grabbed a hold of Hauber's legs, wouldn't let go. And this is really where the game is going to be won or lost today, Justin. We're seeing it, even though it's just 7-0 approaching the midway point of the 2nd quarter. Kirtland is dominating the offensive line of scrimmage right now, and that's really the first time that they've had a stop of less than a yard on a play.
Yeah, this may be the first time there's not 2nd and 7.
Right, absolutely.
Or better. That's what Coldwater defense has to do, but so far this Kirtland offense has been taking control of the game, and I don't think they're planning on stopping.
Run option right. Washington makes a one-handed catch of the pitch, and then Mestemaker comes up and makes a great tackle. Pops up. I thought he was a little banged up after the play, the way he was rolling over, but no gain for Washington as Mestemaker makes another really good defensive play.
I tell you, coming up from that safety position, coming downhill, needed to make a big play right there. Damon Washington's a fast little player. He can get out there and run. But Mestemaker coming downhill makes a huge stop. Third and 7 here. This may be first for this offense. A little dangerous there on that option pitch too. Washington only taking it with one hand. It looked nice, but you might want to get 2 hands on that ball just in case.
Did credit a yard. 3rd and 8. They need the 48 for a 1st down. Under center, Eilerman looks right, comes back left, throws a bad ball over here to the near side. That'll be incomplete. Zach Santo was the intended receiver. Even if it had been on the mark, great coverage out here by the Cavs defensively, and our first 3 and out of the game for either team.
Yeah, that great defense right there. It's a long throw across the field on a 6-yard hitch, hoping that he's going to be able to pick up the first down. Tough on a quarterback when you haven't thrown the ball, at all really in this game so far, and then you need to pick up a nice first down, and that was a long throw across the field.
And you've only thrown 95 times in 14 games.
Exactly.
Not only have you not
getting a lot of practice.
Not a lot today, not a lot ever.
Yeah.
And the punt botched, but fallen on by Otten back at the 38. And again, Seifring and Otten were looking right up into the sun. Miscommunication. Neither one knew which one was going to take it, and they were lucky that didn't end up bouncing further away. So the punt will go down to the 27-yard line. That's where Coldwater will take over possession. We've got a timeout on the field with 5:16 to play in the first half from Tiger Stadium in Massillon. It's Kirtland 7 and Coldwater nothing. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, where even the chaff is wheat, and this is a pop quiz. True or false? Finding discounts means clipping coupons. False. By sitting down with a farmer's agent, you'll get access to discounts that could save you hundreds on home and auto insurance. If you said true, put down the scissors and start saving on more than just canned yams.
We are insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Call a farmer's agent to see how you can save on auto and home insurance. Find your local agent at farmers.com.
You're listening to the State Football Championships on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network.
5:16 to play here in the first half. Kirtland on top, 7-0. And we remind you can contact us via Twitter right here in the press box, T-Bell PBP or Justin Zwick 12. And we've got a couple that have come in. Want to say hi to Beezer MC84. His hometown is Kirtland, and they're playing in this state title game today, and he's listening in Portland, Oregon. He wanted to say, go Hornets. I know you've got one from Texas, right?
Got some South Lake, Texas, Worcester, Ohio. We got them coming in from all over the place here. Everybody's listening in. We got some Kirtland fans. And, of course, Wayne County. They got some great football over there. They're waiting for tomorrow for that Norwayne game.
Yeah.
He says Norwayne, Bobcat Fever's taking over in Wayne County. So we'll see on that one tomorrow. Should be a good one.
That'll have the Division IV state championship game, Norwayne, and taking on Kenton and Mr. Football in Matty Mock. We'll be excited to watch that 4-hour marathon tomorrow. All right, first down for Coldwater after a change of possession at their own 27-yard line, trailing 7-0. And on first down, Bruns, after a play fake, will look to run and tripped up at the 30-yard line. Tim Blankenship, senior linebacker, with a very nice open field tackle on Austin Bruns.
Doing a good job of seeing the fake in the backfield, realizing Austin Bruns they've run that same play a couple times today, and Blankenship doing a good job of stepping up, making a big tackle. He doesn't get any more. 3 yards on the carry. Could have been worse.
A defense of Kirtland allowing just 160 yards of total offense, only 6.5 points a game. An offense that scored 70 touchdowns. They only allowed 12. Second down and 7 from the 30. And again, Hauber showing blitz coming through. Bruns will throw and incomplete. That was intended for Troy Otten. Went through his hands right at the first down marker. That was a tough ball to catch, right? That had a little zing on it.
That was in some traffic. He had to put a little extra on that ball because he had Blankenship dropping from the line of scrimmage into coverage. Had to fit it in there tight. Would have been a great catch, but he was getting hit just as the ball was there. Great timing by the linebacker and cornerback combination of making that ball tough to catch.
So a third down play coming up. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. They have to get to the 37 for a first down. Klosterman in the backfield to the right, protecting Austin Bruns. They're coming after him up the middle. They pick it up. Bruns now steps up, throws deep downfield, and overshoots Seifring. I beg your pardon. That is Josh Huber that he overshoots. And again, Bruns really hung in there and got leveled as he threw the football and just had a little bit too much on it. He's had some deep balls open.
I'll tell you, I love that play call. They're playing man. They have 2 wide receivers out wide. They bring them in like they're coming on crossers. It's almost like an in and up and 7 out and up. Come in, they get the cornerbacks coming downhill, and then Huber goes right behind him, open downfield. But Bruns holding in, hanging in there, taking hits while he's throwing the ball. It's a tough one. You got to be perfect downfield.
Kyle Bergman, averaging 41 yards a kick, will come out for Coldwater after a 3-and-out. Svensson Dresch does the snapping. Good one back, and Bergman will line drive one that'll bounce it to 35. Washington will run up at the 30-yard line, makes a couple of men miss, runs into his own man. Now he's a human pinball and out to the 44-yard line. That was a punt of 40, a return of 14 yards, and Kirtland will take over with 4:12 to play first half, leading 7-0 at their own 44-yard line. And now if you're Coach Tiger Laverty and the Hornets offense here, you would just ideally like to be able to march down. You've got just a little more than half the field, a little over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, you got a decent field goal kicker. 4 minutes with the running game. If the clock's running the whole time, you might have to pick up some big yardage runs. But if not, you go pick up some first downs. All of a sudden you're in field goal range. As the clock goes to 0 towards the end of the half. And
back to the stack eye formation, and they'll hand it to Washington. Third man through. He ran right into Isaac Dippold at the 46, gain of 2. Coldwater slowly but surely here starting to get some of the blocking schemes down a little bit, and those 4- and 5-yard runs are now 1 and 2.
And again, this is one of those offenses that you don't see every game, so it's a little different. You got to get used to the fakes and the handoffs and this and that. The defense is settling in a little bit, like you said, kind of reading things a little bit better here in the second quarter. They're not getting those 3rd and 3- and 4-yard gains on first down like they had been.
Go to a double wing look. Tight ends are standing. They send a man in motion. And now to throw is Eilerman downfield for Washington. He almost made a one-handed juggling catch at the 20-yard line. I thought he was going to haul that in.
Wow. I like that play call a lot. They send a fullback and a receiver out in the flats, rolling right. It looked like he was going to throw it to one of them, and then Washington going right down the middle of the field on kind of a throwback. Does a great job of even getting to the ball. It looked like it was going to be overthrown, juggles it around.
When that ball was airborne, did you think Washington had a chance to catch up to it?
I didn't think he had a chance. I thought it was going to be overthrown. Does a good job of turning on those afterburners and getting
gear.
to it. Yeah, exactly.
You and I don't have an extra gear, do we?
I used to. Not anymore.
Did you really?
I used to. Come on now. Get these long legs going. I can turn on a little bit.
I need a second opinion on that. 3rd down and 8. They need the 44 of Coldwater. Eilerman gives to Haber on a little end around, and he's got a first down to the Cavalier 41. New play from the playbook of the Hornets. Cavaliers were not ready, and a big pickup at a first down.
Yeah, Haber was happy in the huddle here in that play call. He's been running up the middle, It's like, all right, finally they're going to let me run to the outside a little bit here in a little misdirection. Doing a good job picking up a big first down right there. That was a nice run. Nice call from the coaches.
Haber with a 6-yard touchdown in the first quarter. The only points in this game thus far. 7-0 Kirtland. First down at the Cavs 41. Here's Washington straight up into the hole. Met by Cody Mayday and then dropped after a gain of almost 5 on first down.
That's just tough duty right there. I mean, Coldwater defense has literally 8 guys almost on the line of scrimmage, trying to stop this run, and it's just the offensive line and tight ends are doing a great job of opening up some holes. That's a 4 or 5 yard gain right there on first down when you have everybody on your defense in the box trying to stop this run.
Second down from the Cavs 37. Haber right side. It opened up. He's to the 30, to the 25, and down to the 23 where Aaron Mestemaker has to make a touchdown-saving tackle after a gain of 14 for Haber.
So as a tailback in this kind of offense, when you have your left tackle, Bob Matthews, 10 yards downfield, when you go to make a cut on a safety, you got to be feeling pretty good about things, knowing that your offensive line is getting that kind of movement, getting up to the 2nd and 3rd levels to get those blocks downfield. I mean, you got things rolling as a running offense then.
Christian Haber, 14 carries, 72 yards, first down. Kirtland, Cavs 23. Haber again left side. Dippold will hit him, and then underneath it'll be Grissop to make the tackle. Not before he picks up 5 again, and it seems like they've all of a sudden got a little extra confidence back on that offensive line.
You pick up a big first down run on a little misdirection. All of a sudden, you get that going again. Picking up, they're picking up more yards on first down than they had been right now. I mean, it kind of is a roller coaster for this offense so far this first.
2 minutes to play first half. Hornets lead 7-0. Kirtland trying to make it a 2-score game now. Eye in the backfield. And it's Haber, left side, ducks it down. Ball came out right into the lap of an offensive lineman, and Haber is a little slow right now, and they're calling for help. That ball was fallen on by Bob Matthews, and Hauber needs attention at the 11-yard line. The result of the run is a first down, but this is obviously disconcerting if you're a Hornets fan.
Yeah, he's a huge part of your offense, of course. Was over about 1,500 yards rushing, and he's had a great game here today. He's that power guy they go to when they want to pick up 3 or 4 on that first down. Hopefully he's okay, be able to come back into this ball game.
1:43 to play here in the first half, 7-0 in favor of Kirtland as they continue to attend to Hauber down on the field. Fans, you can watch select OHSAA games again with Time Warner Cable Local On Demand. Local On Demand is free with Time Warner Digital Cable. Time Warner Cable, the power of you. 1:43 left in the first half. And let's pause now for stations to give them a chance to identify themselves as you are listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk. Todd Bell, Justin Zwick with you. Ty Higgins producing everything on site here at Tiger Stadium in Massillon. Hauber comes to his feet, but now let's see what happens after that. He's going to gingerly hobble off the field. Justin, we immediately think the loss if he was unable to return offensively, but remember, he's a guy that's been floating around there defensively and kind of spying Austin Bruns, the quarterback for Coldwater.
Playing that middle linebacker position, kind of, bringing some blitzes, playing in the middle, like you said, spying the quarterback, and, he walking a little gingerly on the ankle, or so it looked they were looking at, but maybe get taped up and get back out there. That'd be huge if he's able to come back into this ball game for the Kirtland Hornets.
When it was tough to tell how the ball popped out when he fumbled, but maybe it was just one of those things where he felt something, and the ball just kind of came out of his hands. All right, they go to the stack guy. He is replaced in the middle of it by Eric Good, and they will hand it to him, and he's going to be met right at the 8-yard line.
Nothing like coming in the ball game cold and saying, hey, go ahead, we're going to run you right up the middle, have fun.
This guy's got no chance of playing today, right? Hauber's going to get about 80 carries.
Yeah, you think, right? He's sitting there, he's happy, he's looking around, waving to his mom in the stands, and all of a sudden, hey, go in there and first play in, we're going to hand you the ball. Take that pounding.
Second down, he picked up about 2. Certainly a big size difference right there as well. Hauber at 6'1", 218. Good at 5'10", 175. Eilerman will keep this time out of the stack eye. Stuck at the line of scrimmage and nowhere to go. Derek Collette, linebacker, will come up and make the tackle. Maybe a yard, and the clock now down to 33, 32, 31 seconds to play in the first half. And remember, Kirtland, only 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, running that little option to the short side of the field. I think with the speed of Washington, you might want to reverse that and run it to the field, let him pitch it and run with it and try and hit that pylon.
And we get a Coldwater timeout with 15 seconds to go. And just kind of peering down here to the near sideline. Boy, Hauber stood up. And it's definitely an ankle. I think you hit it dead on, Justin, that it is an ankle. It is the left ankle, and they did a little tape job. They're going to do a little bit more of a tape job.
Yeah, they got those shoes spatted up, which gives you a little bit more support. Probably halftime, go in, cut that off, retape the ankle, and then put that shoe back on and tape it right back up like it is right now. And it seems like with them taping it or looking at it right now, that it's something that he's going to be able to come back from. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, you're as unbiased as we are here, you just want to see players play in the football game.
You get the state championship game. You want everybody to be healthy. You want everybody to just go out and have a great game. And, hopefully he's going to be okay. And, the same with anybody from Coldwater if they get dinged up a little bit.
First thing that when he came over and they started looking at an ankle, and I thought, well, that's something you can play with.
Yeah.
Knee injury or something of that nature, then that's just unfortunate. Saw last week in the Division I state semifinal, Nathan Gerbis, just a tremendous middle linebacker for St. X, ended up with an ACL injury early moments of the second half. That defense wasn't the same after that. You just hate to see those types of injuries at any time, but especially
anywhere.
This time of the year. So it looks like Hauber will be able to at least try and give it a go here in this game. Now, 15 seconds, 3rd down and 7 from the 8. They toss sweep it to Washington. Burst of speed will drag a tackler to the goal line, and he's in for a Kirtland touchdown. Ball came out, but the officials had indicated that he was already down, and both officials on the side signaled touchdown. So the Hornets take a 13-0 lead. Still some confusion on the players on the field, didn't know if it was a touchdown or not.
Well, that defense is hoping that it was a fumble because I think they jumped on it, but the referee said he was down before the ball came out, and that's all that matters here. Big, they took my advice. You hear that? I mean, to the field, let him run, use the speed, he goes, pitch to the field, decides to cut it up, and almost goes in untouched, fights through a tackler at the goal line to put it in the end zone.
And Lyon to try the point after. Good snap. It all looks good, and it is good. Timeout on the field. 10 seconds remain first half. Kirtland 14, Coldwater nothing. We'll pause. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Today's Division 5 state championship game brought to you by Chocolate Milk. Refuel with Chocolate Milk. Farmers Insurance, because ready feels good. East Bay, the athletic sports source. Sports Time Ohio, fans for life. Marathon Oil, fueling the American spirit. Time Warner Cable, the power of you. And by Taco Bell, think outside the bun. Opening drive of the game for Kirtland, 14 plays, 66 yards in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Their last drive of the half, 10 plays, 56 yards in 4 minutes and 2 seconds. They get 2 touchdowns. They lead 14-0. Drew Klosterman will take the kickoff at a squibber along the ground and come out to the 35-yard line where Neil Rebelli will make the tackle. And the Cavs, with 6 seconds to go in the first half, will have the football, and I would imagine that they'll maybe run one play of sorts here. And
see if they can't see what kind of trick plays they have in their bag if they want to pull one out right now. With 6 seconds left, you may just say, hey, let's go in, let's take this in, take a knee, and let's go in and, regroup at halftime and think up what we need to do to come out and play better in the second half. But spreading the formation out here, looks like they are going to go ahead and take a shot, see if something magical can happen here at the end of the first half.
A first half dominated by Kirtland. They have done a good job of slowing down the Coldwater offense. They've done what they want to do offensively. Bruns will take a shotgun snap. They will throw it out to the far side. Mestamaker tippy-toes, makes the catch, has a catch with 1 second left on the clock at around the 46-yard line. Maybe that's just to allow him an extra 9 yards to try and throw it as far as he can downfield.
Let's get a Hail Mary situation here. We've seen a couple of those in college football this year. Why not?
I like the fact that Coldwater is, it's unlikely something's going to happen, but
you never know, right?
You got to give it a shot, right?
Yeah.
Just to give you an update, Christian Haber going to head to the locker room ahead of everybody, and I don't feel as optimistic about him playing as I did a moment ago.
I agree with you on that. It looked like they had a bag of ice that they were going to try and put on it.
We'll talk about it here in a second. 1 tick left on the clock from the 46. And Bruns with a good pocket, allowing everybody to get downfield, throws a wobbler up into the air, batted down nicely by the defender, and that will end. Nick Don't made a good play there to knock that down, and that will end our first half of action. Justin, your thoughts so far on half number 1 being put in here by the Kirtland Hornets? We talked about perhaps lack of experience. Coldwater with all the experience of playing in these types of games, in Kirtland thus far, outside of having to use a timeout before they ran their first play. Everything else has gone pretty well for them.
Yeah, they came in wanting to control this clock and move the ball, with running it up the middle and, 3 yards and 4 yards here and there. And they did exactly, I think, what they had planned to coming into this game in that first half. Coldwater, on the other hand, moved the ball a little bit, just not as well as they had want to. I'm sure they're going to talk about some things at halftime about, maybe hitting those short passes, those passing routes a little sooner on first and second down.
14-0. Kirtland has the lead here at halftime. Todd Bell, Justin Zwick with you. We'll come back and start our halftime festivities after this as we pause for these messages from your local stations. You are listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association licenses over 16,000 officials in 16 different sports.
OHSAA officials are parents, teachers, police officers, firefighters, homemakers, engineers, and bus drivers.
Officiating gives us a chance to give back and support kids across the state of Ohio.
It's a tough job, but we love what we do.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. It's kind of like an elephant is on my chest. I feel like I'm choking. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm former Major League Baseball All-Star Al Oliver. When I played, I tried to make it a simple game, like see the ball, hit the ball. But trust me, sports are not that simple. Try to remember that when you watch an interscholastic athletics contest where everyone is trying their best in a game they all love. So please be courteous and set an example that reflects positively on your school and community. Let's remember, too, respect the game.
This is Dr. Dan Ross, Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and you're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network.